practically, when you're perhaps becoming a little bit excessive and perhaps a little too controlling and too micromanagey-esque. Yeah?
Yes.
Micromanagey-esque.
Yes.
Did you know that was a word? Mm-hmm.
But it is today. It is today.
So you know it intellectually, but practically, because I have the same thing, and not similar to you, not dissimilar to you, but not exactly the same. I have it with my OCD. You know how we joke about that? It's like, oh my God, there's an odd number.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know that I can get a little bit finicky and over-organized when I feel like I'm, again, in air quotes, under the pump, or I feel like I'm really pressed for time again, or I have a rocket up my backside. And I know that that's not when I function at my optimum. So practically, I know what to do to relax. What do you do so that you're not too overly organized and you're not micromanaging too much? What's the practical thing that you do?
I have to get to water. So I'm a water sign. So for me,
my Scorpio, my dear Scorpio.
And so very Scorpio she is. No, look, I have to get to water. I live near the beach. I'm a 10-minute walk to Bondi Beach, which is beautiful. But, I'll get to Neilson Park. I've actually got a spot in Vaucluse that I won't tell anyone about. I take one or two of my special people there, but it's a spot in near Neilson's Park in Vaucluse. And it's just a bench in a private beach that no one knows about. And I've never gone there and seen people, and it's tiny, and I walk down there and I can just sit and be still. And Bondi is fantastic if you want to go and go and see the action and have the vibe and the energy of the beach. But I think stillness is a big thing for me, and even half an hour of it, you just come back with the edge is just sliced off, which is great.
Nice. I like that. I like that. And as you know, I am really big on a daily practice, and I'm also very big on, it doesn't have to be yoga. It doesn't have to be a yoga sequence. It doesn't have to be meditation, but it has to be something that you do to connect you to your spirit, to hold yourself accountable, but also to provide a safe haven for you to release stress or sadness or whatever it is that you're going through. What's your daily practice? What does that mean for you right now?
I'm quite set with what I do and how I start the day.
No, I'm shocked.
Can you believe it? And it's funny. It's going to sound so silly, but I have a cup of tea every morning. And I don't know if you can see it. We change mugs every year, but this is the Beautiful Minds event from last year, and it's got all the sponsors on it. And
hold it up again. That's almost as big as your head.
I know. Good cup of tea. But I have my tea in this mug every single morning, and for the 2004 event was a different mug, but it's like an affirmation in the morning when I'm drinking my tea, just to remind myself of all the amazing sponsors that believe in what we do and the work that we do. So I do that every single morning, and I need stillness in the morning. I can't have someone yabbering, so there's no music or any craziness. It's just really silent. And I have breakfast. I normally go for a walk in the morning or in the afternoon, but I always walk every single day. And then I just, when I get to the office, I have a list that is prioritized that I've worked out the night before that's really in order, one to whatever in what's really important to do, so that I feel that I'm starting the day not scattered.
I'm giggling and I'm teasing you, but it's in jest, because I do have a lot of respect for it, and you are always holding yourself accountable.
Yeah, always. And I literally go through it and I tick. Because so many people that have things they want to get done in the day, they get to the end of the day and they're like, oh my goodness, I haven't done this, and this. Start with the priorities of what has to be done. And normally the stuff you don't want to do is always on the first three things, the calls you don't want to make, the meetings you don't want to hold, or, obviously not this meeting, but, the hard things that you put off because they are hard or they challenge you are normally the things we put on the bottom of the list, and they're the things that never get done. But those are the things that elevate your business to the next level.
This is true.
And the other thing that I do, which is going to be quite hysterical, which I never tell anyone.
She rubs her hands gleefully.
There is a great, great clip from Wolf of Wall Street where Leonardo DiCaprio gets up on stage, and it's quite like he's swearing a lot, but I mean, he's so gorgeous. And he talks about how, if your family is starving, pick up the phone. If you have no money to eat, pick up the phone. He's talking about getting on the phone.
This is where he's trying to encourage his people to go and, is that the, yes, I know that scene.
It's the leader speech, right?
Yeah.
I watch that every morning before I start the day.
Amazing.
Because that's my juice
Ah,
to go. Because
amazing. Yes.
then I can make big calls, to Sony Music and go, we have an incredible event and you guys have to be involved. That's my pump up for the day.
Yes. Again, you hold yourself accountable. That's amazing. You are really responsible for your own energy. And I love that about you, because it takes a lot of grunt and it takes a lot of gall to contact these, and again, in air quotes, big companies to say, hey, my event's coming up. I want you on board. Yeah. It takes a lot of gall to do that, and you have to be responsible for the energy to maintain that. And that's what I love so much about you, both personally and, of course, professionally.
Oh, thanks, Patty. Thank you.
Truly, truly.
Yeah, and I think everyone just needs to find their thing, and set yourself challenges. At the moment I'm doing a 60-day positive challenge where I listen to a YouTube clip. So it's a hypnosis meditation before I go to bed at night.
Oh, this is great, because I was just going to ask you if you have any advice for anyone that wants to bring a sense of balance to their crown chakra. Is this what you would recommend?
This is what I do every single night. And I don't understand why more people don't do it, because you don't have to do anything. You're falling asleep listening to a meditation, and I call it brain food. So we talk a lot about brain food and rewiring the brain in Beautiful Minds for young people, so they understand how their brain works, and the power they have over what they feed it and how it grows. And so every single night I listen to a different meditation depending on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling
and what you need, right?
Exactly. So if I feel that we're at a month where we need more finances, listen to a wealth affirmation one. If you're feeling that you're needing more love and support, gravitate to what it is that you need. Give yourself what you need. That's it. You don't wait for someone else to give it to you.
That's right. You don't wait for somebody else to give it to you. You take responsibility for what you need. And what I love about what you've just said as well is that you're not going against the grain of your personality. You're not doing something because, again, in air quotes, you have to. In the morning, you need quiet. In the morning, you need your tea. You need to look at that mug that has your sponsor's logo surrounded by it. And you need to be reminded that you manifested this and you're going to do it again next year. Yeah, you're not going against the grain of your personality. You're honoring quiet time.
Yeah, absolutely. And people are different,
Yes.
Some people love, I used to go out with a guy who used to love rock music in the morning, screaming rock music, used to get him up and ready and going for the day. And that was his meditation. So, each to your own with what you need. I think that's really important.
Oh, absolutely, my love. You're absolutely right.